Listen, there's a new survey. Many plans for vacations remain up in the air. We've heard a lot of people that are booking cruises and then getting them pushed back and canceled, book another cruise, that sort of thing. So are you planning any trips before the end of the year? You thinking about it? Anything? We thought about it, but those plans kind of just falling off the table now.
We don't have any major,
no major trips.
We're going to go to Houston this weekend.
Oh, that's big, man. Woo! That's big. You got to get a booster shot for that one. A new survey from AAA found that 63% said they are not planning any vacations. 29% say they have some in the works, maybe, and another 8% say they're just not sure at all. That's not a good survey for hotels and restaurants and bars in some of these big, destination cities. Now, of those planning a trip, 67% reported some degree of uncertainty that they would actually be able to take that vacation. Just not sure.
Yeah.
It's a wait-and-see kind of thing.
I mean, exactly. I mean, we have a fantasy, typically right around Thanksgiving for the past few years we've gone to Santa Fe, New Mexico. We have a fantasy about doing that. But
you can go to Santa Fe.
Well, we can. I guess we can. I think still a lot of they've been pretty tough about this.
You could road trip it.
Well, and we wouldn't have a problem flying, but if it's the kind of deal where we got to get there and then quarantine, although I hear that really nobody's checking on that.
How could they?
They're not going to go from door to door.
Yeah, 80% of those who said they were taking a vacation will be doing it by road trips, not on an airplane.
Again, I have no problem with the idea of flying whatsoever. I really don't.
I say that. I say I'd have no problem flying. I say that, but I have a feeling I'd probably get uncomfortable as I sit on the plane.
Understand.
Right when I sit down, I go,
sure.
Oh, that kid over there is sniffling and sneezing.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy over there, man, he's got a runny nose. What's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
But they've been Southwest Airlines, man. They took somebody off a plane yesterday because they pulled their mask down to eat a snack. And apparently the flight attendant didn't like that and kicked him off the plane.
Well, I guess you got to learn we got to all learn how to eat with our masks on. And if you can't do that by now, then
should be able to
you're just not trying hard.
I just wonder, do you have any vacations planned in the next few months? Has this virus forced you to cancel or, reschedule big plans this year?
I know.
It has for us. I mean, we were going to go to Hawaii this summer.
You haven't been anywhere, man.
Haven't been anywhere.
No. You've just been on the job.
I've been out to Lake Buchanan, been to Liberty Hill.
Yeah.
Been up to Lampasas a couple of times.
Right.
Went down to the Drip. That destination, that beautiful Dripping Springs,
went
out to Kerrville, did some, getting ready for hunting season. That's about it.
The first out-of-town trip, well, actually, the very first out-of-town trip we did was to see some friends in Georgetown, and that felt like a big adventure.
That's a big journey for you.
But then we went to Dallas a couple of weeks ago, and that was like, wow, man. I mean, it really did feel good just to get out on the open road and see some new scenery. But any big plans? No, absolutely not.
Nothing.
Not right now. I mean, I've been talking to...
What are you doing for Halloween? Are you going to set candy out? You're going to be normal as usual?
We started decorating yesterday.
Trick or treat.
Yeah.
And then you're going to come to the door and give them a Snickers or whatever you're doing.
A Snickers for the guy that said trick or tweet.
That's right.
No, we're going to do that, and I got the things down yesterday. So, yeah. Now, I will tell you... Select Tours Travel, who we've worked with for a while now, who I did the trip to Norway with.
That's the travel agency you work with.
I've had meetings with them where they're talking about big plans for 2022.
They book plans. They book cruises.
2021, I mean,
for a variety of cruise ships, right?
They do.
Okay.
They do. Oh, yeah.
I thought they were specific to one, but no, they work with a variety.
From what they're seeing right now, and again, we know it's constantly changing. I mean, right now they're looking at the cruise industry really getting going on January 1st again, but that does not mean that people's psyche is going to be ready for that.
That's true. Selling could be pushed back a little bit further.
But they have,
and that's not really not up to the cruise industry itself. The government, issues those alerts.
And Select Tours, they got to keep planning. They got to keep thinking ahead. They can't just be going, well, we'll just wait for a vaccine.
Can you get some good deals right now?
Yeah, you can get.
If I booked a cruise like in March of 2021, could I get a good deal?
I'm sure you can,
and still get out of it if something happens?
Oh, yeah. In fact, hotels, for example, I booked the hotel in Dallas a couple of weeks ago. Hotels are allowing you, and if they're not doing this, they need to be, they allow you to cancel up until 4 o'clock the very day you're supposed to check in.
Okay.
Versus it used to be a penalty typically or whatever if you wait too late to cancel. So, and the deals were incredible in hotels, and I think my hunch is that it's going to be safer to cruise going forward, because they're going to have to cut down, at least for a few years to come, the sheer number of people that they're going to have on the ships.
And that's difficult right there for the industry.
Well, it is. They're going to have to compensate and make that work. But in some ways, and also the things they're doing with ventilation and things like that, some of the things that are going to be in place going forward, I think ultimately it will be a safer experience than it was even before the pandemic.
Still got some cruise ship employees at sea.
Now, that is just a bizarre thought.
Nobody allow them to get off. No country's going to allow them to get,
These people, they will have lost their mind.
Got a message here. It says, I flew in and out of Albuquerque a few weeks ago. Absolutely zero quarantine enforcement. They had a table at the airport with masks and hand sanitizer and some information pamphlets. Everyone just walked right on by like it wasn't even there and went about their business.
Yeah.
So there you go. If you think about going to New Mexico.
Well, we're looking at it. We're looking at it.
Yeah.
So nothing booked. It's just like you kind of take it a day at a time right now.
I think you and I should do another cruise.
Okay.
You and I went on that one cruise. Where did we go?
We went to, let's see.
Where did we go? Was that
Costa Maya, Mexico.
No, I thought that was Alaska cruise.
No.
No. We went to the Caribbean.
You went to Alaska without me.
Yeah.
We went to Costa Maya, Mexico. We went to Honduras. We went to Cozumel.
Cozumel, and Honduras.
There was one more. It was Belize.
Yeah.
Belize.
That was when we went diving with the kids. My daughter was like 10, and she wanted to go diving. I was like, listen, I don't know. You're 10. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
And she wanted to do it, and she did it.
Really?
Went 100 feet down.
Wow.
Got certified right there and everything. I was a little nervous, but we did it.
Did she come up?
She did.
Okay, good.
Well,
good.
she
survived.
She almost chickened out. She wanted to go, got suited up. We're all suited up. She was going to be the last one to jump in. And I said, "All right, you just stay right here on the boat.
Yeah,
just stay right here on the little dinghy.
Mm-hmm.
Stay right here."
Mm-hmm.
And I jump in. And I kind of look up, to the surface, and here she comes. She jumps right in, right behind me.
Good, yeah.
She did it. 10 years old, man.
She's kind of fearless.
Little bit. Hey, Travis County has become a hot spot for voters, and this is getting national attention. Austin, Texas, has achieved a record-breaking 97% voter registration. That's pretty impressive.
Wow.
As of Tuesday, the Travis County clerk said close to 37,000 people voted early in-person day one. And they had just as many, statewide, a record 16.9 million Texans registered to vote in the November 3rd election. That's up 1.8 million since the 2016 presidential election.
It is. You can feel it out there. Obviously, we're seeing the result with the lines for early voting. It's record-breaking now. So it's on everybody's mind. It's pretty much the number one topic of conversation.
Going smoothly. Have you heard any horror stories? I've heard just of a couple of little stories about, hey, I'm not sure my ballot was right or something like that.
Well, and I don't think this is a big deal. They were having some issues yesterday, apparently, with you can go online and see what the wait times are in line. And apparently there was some inaccurate reporting due to that.
That was off a little.
But the folks that are volunteering at the polls, they're responsible for that information. They've been too damn busy to do that.
Yeah.
So
it is 7:26 here at KLBJ.
The Todd and Don
When
Show.
it's time to get your next home loan.